Welcome to my channel Phi Concepts CHM. This is the third part of field effect transistor series. Here we will see about FET parameters, FET biasing and transconductance. FET parameters. Dynamic AC drain resistance. It is defined as the ratio of infinitesimal change in VDS to the corresponding change in the drain current ID at a constant value VGS. The formula can be written as RD is equal to dVDS upon dID at constant VGS. Transconductance. It is the ratio of the change in the drain current to the corresponding change in VGS at a constant value of VDS. We denote transconductance as GM and it is given as delta ID upon delta VGS. Voltage amplification factor. It is the ratio of the change in VDS to the corresponding change in VGS at a given value of ID. Voltage amplification factor is given by mu is equal to delta VDS upon delta VGS at a constant ID. These are some of the problems which you can solve. This has been solved. And there is a practice problem also given. You can solve it. Next is FET biasing. First type of biasing is called as gate bias. This is the circuit diagram. Now this kind of biasing is perfect for the ohmic region. Here the FET is equivalent to a resistance RDS. A battery of minus VGG is applied to the gate through the resistor RG. This is VGG, supply VGG. So when you apply a negative voltage to the gate, this decreases the current, which was ID saturation. It will decrease from ID saturation, or we also denote it as IDSS. Okay. So with the negative, when you apply a negative voltage to the gate, the drain current decreases and it will be less than IDSS. And this will produce a voltage drop of ID/RD across the drain resistance. So we can write down that as VD is equal to VDD minus ID/RD. Next is the self-bias. Now this kind of biasing is used in the active region, or active region is also called as a constant current region or the saturation region. This is the circuit diagram. Here you will find that only the drain supply is used, no gate supply is there. VDD is connected, there is no voltage applied to the gate. Now as the gate is connected to the ground through a resistor RG, the gate voltage is 0. So here you can see RG is connected, that is the gate is connected to RG and then to ground, so the gate voltage is 0. But as the current flows through the source resistor RS, there is a voltage across it. So the drain current, it is flowing through this source resistance. So a voltage drop will occur across this RS. So this voltage will produce an equal and opposite gate source voltage, as RS and RG are parallel. So this source voltage will produce an equal and opposite gate source voltage, and hence a negative voltage which we call as negative feedback, which will appear at the gate. Since the gate source diode is reverse biased, a negative voltage is applied, so hence it is reverse biased. So we can say that the FET is correctly biased. Negative feedback, we call it negative feedback because if the drain current increases, suppose, then the voltage across the source resistance will increase, and thereby it produces a very increasing gate source reverse voltage, which then decreases the drain current, because more the negative gate source voltage, the drain current which was increasing, it will be decreased later. Therefore, the negative feedback maintains the drain current almost constant. So we can write down VGS as VG minus VS. Gate voltage is 0, so that is taken as 0, and VS is the voltage drop or the source voltage which is because of this drain current. So we can write down that as IDRS. So finally you get VGS as minus IDRS. So greater the drain current, more will be the gate source voltage. Next is the voltage divider bias. This is the circuit diagram. A DC bias circuit is shown. The voltage divider is formed by R1 and R2. You can see. So a potential divider or a voltage divider is there connected to the gate, and so because of the voltage divider, the gate will see a voltage of which we denote as VG or VTH, which will be equal to, that is, the gate voltage will be the voltage across R2. So that will be R2 upon R1 plus R2 into the supply voltage, that is VDD. So we can write down the source voltage as VG minus VGS. Just now we had seen this equation in the earlier slide. So VS is ID into RS. VG we are taking as VTH. Rearrange this equation, you can find out the drain current, that is VTH minus VGS upon RS. Next is the transconductance. Transconductance is used to analyze the FET amplifier. It is a ratio of AC drain current to the AC gate source voltage. So everything in letters, this as it is AC, everything is shown, all these letters in small. So GM, that is the transconductance, is given as ID upon VGS. It tells how effective VGS is in controlling ID. Higher the GM, more control the gate voltage has over ID. Some examples are taken, like ID is equal to 0.2 milliamperes and VGS is 0.1 volt. We get GM as 2000 micro MHO, or this micro MHO can be also written as Siemens, so 2000 micro Siemens. Same way, by keeping VGS the same, we get a drain current of 1 milliamperes. We get for that GM as 10,000 micro MHO or 10,000 micro Siemens. Now if you see in the second case, this one, higher the GM means the gate is more effective in controlling ID. So for the same change in VGS of 0.1 volt, we get a bigger change in the drain current ID. Therefore, that we get a higher GM. Unit of GM is MHO or Siemens, which we write as capital S. At VGS is equal to 0, we can get the maximum value of GM, and that is denoted as GMO. So we get an equation as GM is equal to GMO into 1 minus VGS upon VGS off. Thank you for watching this video.